The ugliest conversation in football is at an all-time high right now. And me, myself, I've been getting quite a lot of DMs because I like to cover all leagues in football. You need to talk about Mason Greenwood. You need to talk about Mason Greenwood's performances. Look how good Mason Greenwood's playing. Okay, I'll talk about Mason Greenwood. Fuck Mason Greenwood. How about that? At no point in the last however many years has anyone questioned the footballer Mason Greenwood. Started his Fenerbahce career absolutely brilliantly. But the conversation has restarted on whether he should be in the England setup, whether he should be playing in the Premier League. Let me ask you, if you're a fan of a Premier League team, would you want to cheer for Mason Greenwood? Because I've been getting DMs saying, would you take Mason Greenwood at Coventry? No, obviously not. But this isn't about me. This is about the amount of conversation I've seen online about how Mason Greenwood's playing and performing, and that the fact that warrants an England call-up. Some things for me are just a little bit bigger than football. I think a lot of people feel that way. And I feel like every single time Mason Greenwood moves to a new football club, it happened at Getafe when he hit form, then Marseille when he hit form, and now Fenerbahce when he hit form. I feel like every single time that happens, we get the same old ugly conversation of whether he should be in the Premier League, whether he should be in the England setup. And with him, it's such a unique conversation in the sense of you wouldn't see it anywhere else in football. It's the only case of this in football where, but he's still out there. So if he's still out there, he should still be allowed to play football for whoever he wants, right? But it's different with him because we all know why he's still out there. We all saw what we saw. We all heard what we heard. And look, to the countless DMs I've got about Mason Greenwood, I get it because anytime anything happens in football, I get DMs about it. That's fine. But for the people talking about, you need to talk about Mason Greenwood's performances. Look, Mason Greenwood, the footballer, excellent footballer. Mason Greenwood, the human, monster. And I think this conversation is only going to get louder throughout the season because it looks like Fenerbahce are probably going to qualify for the Champions League. So you're going to be seeing him in the Champions League. They've got a fantastic team now. They have Kante. They've got Edison in the sticks. I think they just signed Lukaku as well. And if and when Fenerbahce do something, I'll happily talk about Fenerbahce. But for the people DMing me, asking me to talk about his performances, I don't really care for his performances that much, if I'm being completely honest.